the insurance is the left tackle. So if you can't protect the quarterback, I mean, you could put whoever back there. And if they're getting sacked and they're not getting any time, then the team's not going to do well. So Andrew Thomas, I'm surprised he started out on the pup list. I know he's coming back from an injury from October, but I guess one thing, they want him ready for game one, and I guess they're putting a plastic coating around him or a safety net around him. But I mean, the thing is, you got to get game time ready. Football is it's something. There's a repetition, there's a rhythm, there's a communication aspect of it, and then if he's not getting game time reps and they just throw him out there game one against Washington, who knows what's going to happen. So
it's very hard. As you know, I don't want to make this like sound really simplistic, but it is, it's very hard, even going back to, our childhood, the joke was made that, LT would play games to avoid, all the bruises and all the sweating, if you will, in training camp. And he'd be ready, we were kids. Yeah. He came out of the phone booth, but, it's very hard. And, like when we had, that's the beauty of doing this show. When you get these guys on from yesteryear, which is scary to say for us, but like the Billy Yards and, all these guys that talk about the 80s and the 90s, and before the union, really put a clamp on, what you could do on the field and how long you could do it. I mean, maybe that's why, you're getting a lot of these injuries now. I mean, that would be something really to look into, is that guys play less and less, in preseason. I mean, it was always the standard. I remember, when Phil Simms and, when we were kids, and those were our heroes, so to speak, preseason game one, Phil Simms would play maybe a series, right? Preseason 2, he'd play maybe a half, right? And then 3, they would pretty much take off, or 3, he would play a little bit more. And then 4, preseason 4, was always for the, for the guys on the bubble, so to speak, and the starters would never play. But the bottom line is 3 out of those 4 games, the starters would get repetitions. And
I think if memory serves me correct, I think Phil Simms ended up getting injured in a preseason game, and that's when Scott Bruner came in. So I mean, listen, it's a risk.
That was his nickname.
Yeah. So, but a couple highlights they talked about.